Hey guys, this year, Hilti Power Tools released more than 70 new cordless tools on their 22-volt Nuron platform. The new platform features brushless motors, improved electronics, and the Nuron battery, which enables a step change in 22-volt cordless performance. And it powers tool classes previously only possible on higher voltage platforms. So we took a look at the Hilti 22-volt Nuron 7¼ circular saw. It was model number 30WR-22. Took it in the field for a few months to evaluate it. My first impression on the saw, as a bare tool, we noticed that the Hilti 22-volt circular saw is larger and mid-range in weight for its class. We also noticed that Hilti redesigned the batteries to be, way more durable and robust. Much more robust fiberglass-reinforced housing, extended shock-absorbing bumpers, much better design than previously designed. We also really liked the 360-degree rotating dust chute with large open tunnel inside to just get rid of that dust. And while we didn't connect the saw to a dust extractor to test it, we know that some of you do, so you're going to like that rotation. Another feature that we noticed immediately was the depth of cut scale. It is large, easy to read, white numbers on black background, indicating a 1/4 inch depth of cuts from 0 to 2 5/8 inch deep at 90 degrees. Setting the blade depth is easy. There's a large lever, but the thing that probably impressed me the most was how smooth the action was. This saw also has a max cut at 2 inches when set at 45 degrees, and when beveling, the positive stops were money, and the action on the bevel smooth. Positive stops, 45, 22 degrees, 22.5 degrees, easy to use, set, understand, and it will bevel up to 50 degrees. It is a super solid build with easy to see bevel and scales. A feature that you might be glad to hear about was that it's track compatible. You have to purchase a separate saw base and track, and it allows you to just make those nice super straight cuts. Not a track saw, but track compatible. Lastly, the Nuron Circular Saw has a comfortable grip, smooth rounded trigger, excellent action on the trigger, no pinch points. We used the saw to frame a small barn for a client, and there were 3 things pretty much that impressed me off the bat. Really fast cuts, amazing runtime, and pretty robust features. So fast cuts. The Nuron saw redesigned the Nuron battery interface, and it ensures basically higher performance by allowing significantly higher power transfer to the motor, and it really does show. Everyone on this barn build was impressed on the speed and power of this saw. They were calling it a beast. Comparing to the older Hilti circular saw, the new and the old comparison, we'd compare that it's at least 3 times faster and powerful, but we didn't test for that. Runtime. Again, I didn't set out to actually determine runtime on these Nuron batteries and saws, but man, I was really wowed by how much work we got done with one battery, one large battery. Using the largest of the batteries, we went a whole week of constant cutting. It cut all the floor system, walls, plywood, rafters, roof sheathing, 200 square foot barn before we needed to change the battery. Overall, thoroughly impressed with the Hilti saw's job performance. Hilti built into this Nuron battery a fleet management tool, and it can be used. You can use it to download and optimize tool cribs and boost customer productivity. The 22-volt Nuron saw generates data that is then stored in the battery, and it's sent securely to the cloud during every change, battery change, basically, or charge, I should say, when you're charging it. And the data collected includes information such as tool usage, utilization, charging location, battery state of health. So this information can be used to alert individuals if action is needed immediately or can be assessed on demand as required. And you can also access this on your mobile or desktop via Hilti's on-track software platform. So really nice feature for commercial contractors or large-scale contractors who have a fleet of saws out there or tools out there. All right, let's move on to improvements. I really liked this saw, but if there was one feature on the saw that we'd like to see improved, it would be the rafter hook. Currently, the rafter hook is mounted on the top handle of the saw, and it swivels 180 degrees left and right. The hook will allow hooking on a single member 2x material, and we often found it got in the way of actuating the safety switch prior to turning on the saw. When the hook is folded down, there's very little clearance to slip your thumb under that hook, especially if you're a large-handed user. There were several times when the hook was stowed by one user, say on the left side, and the next user had to rotate it to the right side, depending on their dominant thumb and hand positioning. Cost. The Hilti circular saw is going to sell as a bare tool for $279, and Hilti wants you to just add the batteries that you think you need. We preferred to use the larger batteries. There was the B22-170, which is this battery here. It sells from 174, and then there's the brick size battery, the huge battery. This is the 22-255 battery, and that sells for $204. Overall thoughts. As a company, Hilti has been a bit slow to upgrade their tools, and it's been evidenced if you follow our head-to-head tests. This Hilti saw and their new Nuron release really has impressed the crew. This saw is well balanced given its long length. It is a super solid build with powerful, smooth cutting performance. And it has some really nice features and adjustments as well. So, well done, Hilti. Folks, if you enjoyed the video, please give us a like, consider subscribing, and hit that bell notification down there. When you do that, you get notifications of our videos, help support our site. I appreciate it. I'm Rob Robillard, and we'll see you in the next tool review. Take care. Bye.